Some secrets were never meant to stay hidden. Good evening, beautiful people. I'm Dirty Diana. And tonight, welcome to Midnight Confessions. The place where your untold stories finally get a voice. Have a secret you've never told anyone? A first kiss you still remember? A crush you never confessed to? A wild night you'll never forget? A heartbreak you're still carrying? Or maybe there's something you've been holding inside for years, something you need to get off your chest. Here, you can tell your story anonymously. No judgment, no pressure, just real people, real emotions, and real stories. Because every confession has a soundtrack, and every story deserves to be heard. We're also looking for Swain Family Records artists, songwriters, and creators who want to help transform these real-life confessions into original songs. So if you've got a story, or if you've got the talent to bring those stories to life, this is your moment. Tonight at 10 p.m. Turn the lights down low, get comfortable, and prepare to confess. I'm Dirty Diana. And this is Midnight Confessions. Only on Swain Family Records. Your secret. Your story. Your soundtrack.
Well, good evening, everybody. We are live with Midnight Confessions that we are airing every Saturday at 10 p.m. Unless we have some naughty place to go for that weekend, which sometimes I do, and never know, Dante might have a naughty weekend to do. Oh, so Dante, how was your week?
My week was decent. It's had its ups and downs, just like any other week has.
Well, as the saying goes, same old day, same old shit, just a different day. All right, guys. Well, we had a wonderful time last week, and we had some more stories that came through. Some good naughty ones too. And hi, Rebecca. Oh, there's our girl, Rebecca. I love her. Hi, how are you doing, Rebecca? Oh, this is so great. This is so great. And hopefully we can get some more coming in, because I know Rebecca don't want to be lonesome and all by herself in there.
Definitely don't want her singing all by myself.
Right. Well, guys, so we had our first one that came through actually is a response from last week's confession. If you remember the story about the lady who had I guess you say a obsession with older men. Well, we actually have a story that came in from the other side. This is actually the guy from that story. And I cannot wait to get right into it and see what he had to say about the whole confession. But let's see what Rebecca says. She says, I'm struggling with not being able to eat actual food. Oh, no. This liquid diet is brutal, but other than that, I am okay. Oh, yes. I remember when I had to do a all liquid diet before a procedure. And yeah, that's not fun. You know, you kind of crave certain things that you can't even have. It sucks. Well, you hang in there, girl. We'll keep you company and we'll entertain you. All right, guys. So let's get down to our first story. So the first one is called, I'm old enough to be her daddy, but I'm not her daddy. I heard the confession last week from the young woman who said she's always been attracted to older men. Men old enough to be her father, sometimes even her grandfather. Well, I'm the guy on the other side of that story. See, I'm the older man, and I'm in love with a much younger woman. And before anybody starts making assumptions, she's a grown woman. She knows exactly what she wants, and so do I. I didn't go looking for someone younger. I wasn't trying to prove that I still had it. We met, we connected, and somewhere along the way, I fell in love with her. But apparently, when there's a big age difference, people think they're entitled to an can't talk today. Explanation. When we walk into a restaurant, I see the looks. When I reach for her hand, somebody stares. We've had people assume I'm her father. I can handle that. It comes with the territory. What bothers me is what happens after they realize we're a couple. Suddenly the looks change. Some people look at me like I'm some dirty old man who chased after a young woman. Other people look at her like she must be after my money or looking for some kind of father figure. Neither one is true. They don't see us laughing until 2 a.m. They don't see how she checks on me when I've had a rough day or how much I genuinely care about what happens in her life. They don't see two adults who somehow found something in each other that works. They just see our ages. Sometimes I want to ask people, if we're both adults, we're happy, and neither one of us is hurting anybody. Why does our relationship bother you so much? I'm not pretending our age difference doesn't matter. I know there may come a day when she still wants to travel and do things that my body can't keep up with anymore. I think about the possibility that I could leave her alone much earlier than either of us would want. Those things scare me. But what scares me even more is throwing away somebody I love today, because strangers might have something to say about tomorrow. She isn't with me because she has daddy issues. I'm not with her because I'm having a midlife crisis. I'm just a man who fell in love with a woman who happens to be much younger than me. So here's my confession. I'm tired of feeling like I have to apologize for loving her. Dirty Diana and Dante, am I being naive? Does a huge age gap eventually become too much to overcome? Or do people need to stop judging relationships based on what they look like from across the room? Because when I look at her, I don't see a younger woman. I see the woman I love. Signed, the silver fox who fell in love. So guys, if you didn't hear the story last week, from the women's side of this story, go back to some of the videos off of Swain Family Records YouTube channel here, and you'll find last week's story, and you'll hear her side of the story, so that you can kind of catch up to where this one came from. So this was, as you said, is the guy from that story. And as we had discussed before, I don't think it really shouldn't matter. And, for him to come out and tell us how he felt about that situation, bravo. Because you speak for a lot of men out there that may have that younger woman in their life and probably had the same feelings of people staring at you guys and like, oh my God, why is she with him? He's going to end up, 6 feet under before she even gets a chance to enjoy their life, things like that. And they don't realize how deep in love this couple may be. And like he just said, they're grown adults. So why should it be anybody's business?
That's the simple fact of the truth. Age is a number. Connection is what matters. Character is what matters. And if other people cannot deal with that, that's their problem, not yours. A lot of times, hatred comes from, truthfully, envy. So it may be another male his age that is envious of him because she is a younger woman or something of that nature, or an older woman around his age that's envious because he's with a younger woman. Hatred usually stimulates from jealousy. Plain and simple.
I totally agree. You said just the word out of my mouth. I was about to say that it sounds like, a lot of people out there who do hate, it's just jealous. They just wish they had that love, because there's so many couples out there that you can see they're toxic and they're just not happy. But just because you see a younger woman or an older man, or vice versa, even an older woman with a younger man, as long as they're happy, they treat each other with love, that's what it should only matter. The only time I would say that is wrong is if you have a 30-year-old that is hooking up with a 16-year-old. Then, yeah, there's a problem. That's where the age does matter. But as long as that woman or that guy is over 18, and even if the other person is way older, they're grown adults. They make their decisions and they decide what they want in their life. And they should know. And of course, not to be this two couple, they know what they want in their life.
I definitely agree with you there. As long as they are legally adults, it's their choice. It's no one else's. I could see maybe a parent wanting to speak to their child to verify things with them, stuff like that. But it's still, there's a boundary there that should not be crossed. Mm-hmm. No one should have the objective of controlling another human being. And to sit there and say, oh, you're wrong, you shouldn't do this, that is a form of control.
Exactly. And it's like he just said, she's a grown woman. She knows what she wants, and he knows what he wants. And so we do have a song that is connected here. It is with our wonderful Rebecca. I can't wait to hear it. It's to the connection to the same story.
Well, I'll get it rolling for you, Diana.
Sounds like a pleasure.
I see the way they look at us. Before we even touch, I never wanted restless boys still trying to prove their name. I like a man who knows himself and does not play that game. I like the calm behind his eyes, the patience in his hands. He listens when I speak my mind and knows just where he stands. They call it hidden damage, but maybe it is just me. They say he is old enough to be my daddy. Like that should make me turn and run. They keep searching for a wound inside me, but maybe there just is not one. Maybe I just want a man with silver. Maybe silver has always been my type. I ask myself the hard questions and looked into my past, but reasons are not prison bars and patterns never makes me smaller. This is still my choice. I know control from comfort. I know charm can hide a lie. That is why I watch his actions with both of my eyes open wide. He gives me room to be myself and never dims my light. There does not need to be a wound for something to feel right. Yes, he is old enough to be my daddy, and I still will not turn and run. You can keep searching for a wound inside me, but maybe there just is not one. I do not need saving or fixing. I choose the love that fits my life. Maybe I just want a man with silver. Maybe silver has always been my type. I know my heart, I know my mind.
That was so good. Oh, I love Rebecca. She makes some awesome music. She puts a lot of feeling into it and a lot of heart into it. And I thank you, Rebecca. It was beautiful. And for the gentleman that is part of that story, I hope you heard it as well. We have some amazing artists that takes these stories that we bring into the show and they create the song to it, whether they already had one that matches it or they just go on a wing and they create it. Which I believe this next one that we have going on that I'm reading, I believe the gentleman James Zisler, who's in the group, he did the next one that I'm going to read about, and I believe he's like one of the artists that just reads the summary and creates the music. And trust me, if you guys are artists that want to get involved in this, yeah, just look for our posts, and you will be able to get involved with our stories if you want to create a awesome song to go with it, just like a soundtrack to their story. So since we're talking about the next one, which by the way, Rebecca, beautiful song. I loved it. If you haven't released that one, you need to release it.
She always does a great job.
Oh, hell yeah, she does. I love her music. I can always count on her. She always checks on me too. She's like, hey, you got another story? I'm like, yeah, girl, here's the summary. She's on it. And like Bill Connie said, yeah, she definitely nailed it. All right, guys. So we have our next story. This one's a really good one. I read a little bit about it when this one came through, and I was like, okay, this should be an interesting subject. Because, for me, I like my bad boys. So,
oh, I know you do.
Oh, yeah. All right, darling. So this next story is called Heaven Help Me. I Fell for the Preacher's Daughter. Dear Dirty Diana and Dante Vale. Oh, they included you in it. I'm almost embarrassed to admit this because if you saw the two of us walking down the street, you probably wonder how in the world we ever ended up together. I'm what people around here call the bad boy. Tattoos, motorcycle, long hair. Ooh, my mouth is already drooling just hearing about that. A mouth that probably needs washing out with soap at least twice a day. I drink beer, play my music too loud, and I spent enough Friday nights sitting at a bar to know most of the bartenders by name. I'd never been to church going type. Truthfully, For most of my life, Sunday mornings meant sleeping off Saturday night. And some of you may relate to that. Then I met her. She's a country girl through and through. Boots, sundresses, sweet tea, and a Bible that actually looks like it gets open instead of collecting dust on the shelf. And her daddy, well, he's the preacher. Yeah, you heard me right. Out of every woman in this town, the tattooed troublemaker somehow fell head over boots for the preacher's daughter. The crazy part is she fell for me too. At first, I thought she was just curious about the guy her parents probably warned her about growing up, but we've been together long enough now that I know this isn't some little rebellious phase for her. She loves me. And Lord help me, I love that woman more than I've ever loved anybody. But people don't understand us. See, when we walk into places together, I notice the looks. Her church friends seem confused by me. Some of my buddies joke that she's going to turn me into a choir boy. Her daddy is polite to me, but I'm pretty sure every time I walk through his front door, he's silently asking God what his daughter sees in me. The funny thing is, she doesn't try to change me. She'll invite me to church, but she doesn't pressure me. She prays before dinner while I sit quietly beside her. Sometimes she'll talk about her faith, and instead of rolling my eyes like I probably would have years ago, I actually listen. And I've changed some. Not because she demanded it, because loving her makes me want to be a better man. But here's where my confession comes in. Sometimes I wonder whether love is enough when two people come from completely different worlds. She talks about marriage, family, raising children in church, and building a quiet country life together. And when she talks about it, I can actually picture myself there. Me, the guy who swore he'd never settle down. But then that little voice gets inside my head. What happens 5 years from now? What if she eventually realizes she needs a man who shares her faith the way she does? What if one day she gets tired of defending me? Or worse, what if I change so much trying to fit into her world that I stop being the man she fell in love with? Everybody talks about opposite attracting. Nobody talks much about what happens after they do. Because Dirty Diana and Dante, this preacher's daughter, somehow found something worth loving underneath my tattoos, attitude, and reputation. And this bad boy found something in that good country girl that makes him want things he never thought he'd want. A home, a wife, maybe some babies running around someday. Hell, maybe even a seat beside her in that little country church. So tell me, can a preacher's daughter and a bad boy really build a life together without one of them having to become somebody they're not? Or are we eventually going to discover that sometimes two people can love each other like crazy and still belong to two different worlds? Signed, the sinner who fell for the preacher's daughter.
Okay, with this one, I'm going to speak on this factor.
Go for it.
I think relationships like that are unique, and they actually usually work out pretty well because individuals will naturally change. Not forcefully, but naturally change. Because like he was stating, she makes him feel like he wants to be a better man. It's not that she's forcing anything or demanding anything. He's naturally changing. to his own betterment because of his love for her. Relationships like this can be exceedingly good. I know people have a stigma on relationships. You should, stick to your own race, stick to your own culture, stick to your own style, church going or non-church going. But when two totally different people come together and they actually love each other and they naturally change because they want to be a better person for the one they love, that's a whole different story.
Oh yes, and and they say like that one Paula Abdul song, opposites does attract. You might have you got the good girl versus the bad boy, but when they get together, it's like sparks of love. It's flying. It almost kind of reminds me of, remember that movie, that old '80s movie Footloose?
Definitely.
Yes, it kind of reminds me of that with the preacher, and then of course it was the opposite. The preacher's daughter was kind of rebellious, and you have Kevin Bacon, who played that one guy who just wanted to be, I guess you could say a rebel because he wanted to dance, but they made it the preacher was like, oh no, wait, that's a sin, all that, but the preacher's daughter fell for him, so it kind of reminded me of that movie. But opposites do attract. One of the ways then you can count.
Well, not only that, the whole opposite attracts too. The factor that, with his reputation and, his looks and style and everything like that, some females naturally see that as a protector aspect, in which case no one messes with him. Therefore, she's with him. No one messes with her, which can cause an initial attraction. And if a relationship actually grows from that, it's a good thing.
And it sounds to me, from what I read here, that I guess the father doesn't really object to it. I mean, I guess he just had the thought that, what he's secretly saying, Lord have mercy, why is my daughter falling with something, like he was saying, but you never know. Maybe he doesn't think that way. He sounds like he's a pretty good preacher that's kind of down to earth a little bit. Maybe he sees how much his daughter loves this bad boy, and maybe he sees a little bit of the change coming from him, that maybe he has that hope that they'll be perfectly fine.
Well, it also depends on what type of preacher he is too, because there are some that are devoutly, if you're not Christian, you're evil. Then there's the other ones that, I would rather be speaking to the individuals that were drunk and hung over yesterday because I can help them.
Exactly. And I just read some a comment here from Melancholy, how she had her bad boy, and if it wasn't for her bad boy who basically saved her life, like you just said, she'd probably be dead now, and they've been together for 11 years. That's awesome to hear.
See, a lot of people misunderstand the bad boy, so to speak. Some of them really aren't bad. They just put that off because they naturally don't fit the mold.
Right, or that look, they, just because you got a bunch of tattoos, which personally me, guys with tattoos, I think is hot, but that's me. But they just judge these people when they see them with these tattoos, like, oh my gosh, there must be evil. There must be really, they're no good. Stay away from them. But, they really have a really kind heart. You'd be surprised.
I don't know how many people have told me passing by and everything, looking at me like, why are you so angry? You just look angry. And I'm like, I'm not.
Of course you're not, Dante. And you're a bad boy yourself, but you still got that little heart in you.
Oh, and I don't go telling my secrets now.
Oh, I better not. It might get us in trouble. But we do have a song here from James Zisler, and I cannot wait to hear it. And let's see what it sounds.
Yeah. was raised a good church going girl. Daddy was a preacher. Save me from the world. White dress, Sunday morning, choir singing in the air. I kept my hands folded like I was made to care. Then I saw him roll by, leather and a grin, ink on both his shoulders and trouble on his skin. Oh, my knees got weak, my halo slipped that night. Mama would have fainted if she saw me catch that sign. Daddy would lose his mind if I got with a motorcycle tattoo guy. Daddy would lose his mind. Mama would yell my name. Where did I go wrong? I thought I raised you right. Mama would yell my name. Mama would yell my name. He wore a black bandana and a chain around his neck. Smelled like gas and rainwater and a promise I could wreck. He said, girl, you look so holy. I said, boy, you're a sin. But the way he smiled at me made me wonder where to begin. I heard my daddy preaching, stay on the narrow road. But that tattooed angel was a sermon I could know. Oh, I tried to pray, but the prayer fell apart. Every time he passed me, he was revving up my heart. Daddy would lose his mind if I got with a motorcycle tattoo guy. Daddy would lose his mind. Mama would yell my name. Mama would yell my name. Where did I go wrong? I thought I raised you right. Mama would yell my name. Lord, forgive this feeling. It's louder than a hymn. I was taught to stay in line. Now I'm leaning into him. If love is a dark horse, then let it ride on through. I still hear my mama, but I can't unsee those tattoos. Oh, Daddy would lose his mind if I got with a motorcycle tattoo guy. Daddy would lose his mind. Mama would yell my name. Mama would yell my name. Where did I go wrong? I thought I raised you right. Mama would yell my name. Good church girl, bad temptation. Standing at the screen door, try to save my soul now, or let him take me home.
That was badass. I am a rocker girl myself, and I was rocking that song. That was freaking awesome. Thank you, James. Hell yeah. That was so good.
Definitely. I love that track. Very good rhythm, very good beat. Loved it.
Yeah, I was bobbing it. My head was going up and down. Don't get any ideas, Dante. Don't put your mind there. So
I wasn't saying anything. You just did that to yourself.
I know
After
that
all, you're the dirty one.
Well, that is very true, but I'm pretty sure you were thinking it.
Not until you said it.
Oh, but yes, James, great job. It looks like everybody liked it. That's another one that if you haven't released it, that needs to be released as well. I mean, most of these artists that do the songs to our stories, they all come out great, and definitely, they're tunes that definitely needs to be heard and released. Definitely.
Um,
Yes, it is definitely pineapple. But I don't know. This next story might be a little bit more pineapple. What do you think, Dante?
oh, from what you described to me about this one, it is definitely over pineapple.
It
But
definitely is.
just a quick statement, real quick. That's a great thing about this platform, Swain Family Records Network. The artists on this platform is just amazing. They're so talented. There's so many independent artists that's grown within this group. It's just amazing.
Definitely. And so, on that note, I think this next story, we've had some spicy ones in our past episodes, but I think this one might beat them all. So, if you do not have a open mind or heart, this is you might want to maybe close your ears. But then again, you may not want to. You definitely may want to listen in. It's pretty spicy. All right, so let's get down to story number 3. This one's called When Her Fantasy Became My Limit. Hello, Dirty Diana and Dante Vale, another one that is inviting both of us in it. I'm writing this not only as a confession, but also to ask for advice about the situation I am in. I'm in a relationship that most people think is perfect, including my family and close friends. I met my wife at church, and we started talking one day after I offered her my seat. It was standing room only that day, but I had arrived early enough to get a seat. When I saw her standing a few feet away from me, I could not just sit there without offering it to her. At first, she declined. But after a few minutes, I asked her again, and she accepted. After that, every time we saw each other, we would talk for a few minutes before going our separate ways. After about a year of those short conversations, I finally decided to ask her if she would like to go on a date with me. Of course, she accepted. And we had a nice dinner before going to see a movie of her choice. It surprised me when she picked 50 Shades of Grey. But I was just happy to be spending time with her, so I did not object. About halfway through the movie, I noticed she had placed her hand on my lap. There was no grabbing or groping, just the gentle placement of her hand. I thought it was a little out of place, but I did not say anything. Maybe I should have noticed signs then, but I was just happy to be on a date with her. I had not been on a date in almost 6 years at that point. After the movie, I took her home, walked her to her door, wished her a good night, and I kissed her hand. She told me good night and said she would love to go on another date whenever I was ready before walking inside. Years later, we are married. Sometimes I think back to that first date and wonder how I did not see this coming. In public, we're like any other happy couple. We laugh, love, and support each other. Behind our closed bedroom door, however, she is a complete dominatrix. There are whips, straps, restraints, and enough sex toys to fill a walk-in closet. Before her, I had never thought about the lifestyle I live now. 3 times a week, she curls me into a ball and makes me suck my own cock while she uses a strap-on toy on me. The toy in the harness started small, but she had decided to increase the size every week until she finds the point where she cannot make my ass expand anymore. She used a 24-inch horsecock on me last week. By the time she was finished, she was grinning from ear to ear, calling me a good boy, telling me how much she loved my hungry asshole. Then she French kissed me so she would taste the cum she had made me produce in my own mouth. At this point, I'm getting scared that she will never think anything is big enough or that any act was good, any act has gone too far. Now, I love my wife with all my heart, and everything else in our marriage is fantastic. I do not know how to tell her, though, that I think this has gone too far. I probably should have stopped it long before now, but every time I see her eyes light up with joy when she thinks about it, talks about it, or while we are in the middle of it, I stop myself from saying anything. So, what do I do? I do not want to hurt my wife's feelings, make her feel like she is a freak, or make her feel ashamed of what she enjoys. I definitely do not want her to think that I no longer want to be with her sexually, because I do. I just do not want to continue down this path or always be the one on the bottom in our sex life. Dirty Diana and Dante Vale, please help me if you can. What do I do? Signed, Behind Closed Doors. Well, I told you guys, this one was, I think, the most spiciest one we've ever had. And looking at the comments, Rebecca says, spicy 50 Shades of Grey. Cody says, sounds like my bedroom. Okay, that was funny. That was funny. Rebecca puts a bunch of pineapples. That is definitely a pineapple. And we actually...
Definitely a pineapple overload.
Yes. But you know what? I love it. And then, of course, you have Bill Kelly saying, definitely a good boy, LOL. But consent and safe words are must-have conversation. And they need to step out of the dynamic and use a dom and sub contract. You know what? She's got some good pointers there. So if he's listening, that's a good point right there, what she has said right there. You definitely want to get a contract and have some safe words, because
I would say my advice at this point from reading these comments, if you are watching this, send them a message. They may be able to help you with this, because I have absolutely no knowledge on how to go about that myself.
No, because I mean, I've heard these stories of these kind of things. I've just never had anybody actually submit a real life story. I mean, here you read these stories, but you don't actually see it or read it. That's coming from an actual real life person that says, "Yeah, I'm going through this. What do I do?" You know, and I mean, personally, me, I like a little bit of like control in my sex life, but there is a boundary. There's definitely a boundary. I mean, and especially hearing that she came from a church. Good example, like the story before, it was about a church girl. Now you have another one that is also a church girl who got real naughty.
Well, there's good church girls and there's naughty church girls.
Yes, they are. But yes, I agree, Rebecca. And safe words are definitely a must. You definitely want to put that in play, and don't be afraid to talk to her. Maybe she's open to hear about these safe words without her, maybe without her thinking that you know you don't. I mean, unless you really don't want to do that anymore. I mean, I don't know what to tell you on that part. But if you like some of it, maybe just putting those safe words in there just to help you out.
And see, like this comment here, how it can get crazy very quickly. I believe that's exactly what happened there. It went at a very rapid pace, and there wasn't much conversation, obviously.
No, there was. It just like wham bam, and it was full force. So yeah, you definitely, if you want to continue on, I would say if you want to continue on with this kind of lifestyle with your loving wife, that you obviously, you can tell in your confession that you're truly in love with. Yeah, you definitely got to get some kind of contract and talk to her, because if we don't, it sounds like it can get worse and worse.
I mean, I would definitely say that would be my biggest suggestion. Full open communication.
Yes, full open, definitely.
just not no, I'm not gonna go there.
Oh, come on, Dante. You want to.
not full of horsepower.
Right? Especially that 24-incher. Woo! When I read that, I was like, no way. No way. Ouch. Well, we definitely have a song for this. James has also had submitted this one in. The song, not the story. I'm thinking the song that is connected to that story, and I can't wait to hear it.
Oh, let's get to playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Love that holds true. To see and knew we are not promised tomorrow. Only God knows why we are this way. Why do we treat each other this way? Why do we treat love in our hands and we let it slip away? It's a new love, a new yesterday. A new
Such a fun song. I like that. That was really cool. Thank you, James, for submitting that in there. And it was actually a very fun song. I actually am sitting here with a smile on my face at the same time reading these funny comments from between Rebecca and Melanie about that horsepower.
I was sitting there thinking to myself, it would have to be the ladies that are getting excited and wanting to collaborate on a song about horsepower.
See, Dante, what you started?
I know. No, not I.
You said the word horsepower. It threw a light bulb. Oh my God, that is so good. Well, you know what? If you ladies end up doing that, we're gonna have to hear it.
Definitely, we'll have to put it on the show.
We're definitely gonna have to put it on the show, just for shits and giggles. Because if anybody who tuned in during this show, they will understand where it started from.
I mean, but the referencing factors, I don't know if I'd go with shits and giggles on that.
Well, yeah, that does kind of. Well, I don't know. It's got a little pun there. But yes, James, it was very awesome. Your song was very fun. I still had a smile on my face, even with the funny comments going through between these girls. But like it sounds like Snap-on tools.
I will say I definitely enjoyed the song, but truly hearing the confession and then hearing the song after, I mean, I think there was a little more depth to that confession than that song gave. What can I say?
Yeah, a little deep.
But it was a great song overall. Very good job, James.
More house horsepower. Oh God, don't give me that giggle. Oh God. Okay, reframe yourself, Diane. I have a weird giggle sometimes when I get into it. So, woo, okay. Even probably fit appropriately for this show. Oh my God. Okay, let's get to our next story. All right.
Oh my, James is even getting in on it now.
So power. Oh my God. Oh, I'm getting too many pineapples in my head.
Be careful, y'all. You'll turn her head into a pineapple.
Oh, it's already getting there. Yes, I have a giggle that if I get too hard in my giggle, it sounds like something else. Oh God. Okay. All right, let's get to what we need to do. Okay. Is it hot in here? Is it just me?
Well, somebody's enjoying the horsepower.
Oh, yeah, it's vibrating me. All right. Well, let's get the story. Yeah, I'm gone. Definitely gone. I'm definitely gone. I'm way out there. Oh goodness. Okay, let's turn this vibrator down a little lower. Oh, there's no snorting. It's more moaning than snorting. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's get the story for it. But get to that. This was called. All right. This was called "Pay for Love Without the Risk." All right. Dear Dirty Diana and Dante Vale, I'm a man in my 30s, and I've been single for most of my adult life. Before you ask, yes, I like women very much. Apparently, I have to clarify that because some of the guys I know have spent years joking about me. They ask if I'm secretly gay, tell me I need to finally get a woman, and I act like there must be something wrong with a man my age who has never had a serious long-term relationship. The truth is much less interesting. Relationships scare the hell out of me. dating is one thing. I can have dinner with someone, flirt, have a good time, and enjoy a woman's company. But as soon as things start becoming serious, something changes inside me. When she starts talking about us, when she wants me to meet her family, when conversations turn toward moving in together, marriage, children, or where we might be in 5 years from now, I panic. Marriage especially scares me. The idea of promising somebody forever feels overwhelming when I don't even know if I'm capable of giving somebody that kind of commitment. So, about a year ago, I found what seemed like the perfect solution. I started paying for the girlfriend experience. I know how that sounds. The first time was supposed to be exactly that one time. No relationship, no expectations, no awkward conversations the next morning about where this was going. I paid for her time and companionship. We spent time together, and when it was over, we both went back to our separate lives. No strings attached, except one weekend turned into another, then another. Somehow, for almost a year now, this has become my weekend routine. And it is not cheap. I don't even want to think about how much money I've spent over the last year. I'm also pretty sure what I'm doing may not exactly be legal, depending on what I'm actually paying for, which brings me to another question I keep asking myself. Am I basically paying for prostitution with a prettier name? Or am I paying an adult woman for her time and companionship because neither one of us wants a real relationship? I honestly don't know anymore. What bothers me more is that I've realized why I like this arrangement so much. It's safe. She can't break my heart because I'm not supposed to fall in love with her. She can't pressure me into marriage because that isn't what our arrangement is. I don't have to wonder whether I'm enough for her. I don't have to worry about meeting her parents, forgetting an anniversary, arguing over bills, or waking up one morning and finding out that the person I built my entire life around doesn't want me anymore. I know exactly what our relationship is before it begins, and I know exactly when it ends. And maybe that's the problem. Part of me wants to stop doing this. I want to meet a woman naturally. I want to know what it feels like to actually fall in love instead of paying someone to temporarily fill the empty space where a girlfriend would normally be. Maybe someday I could even find the right woman and devote my life to her. But then there's that other side of me. That guy is perfectly content. He likes his independence. He likes not answering to anybody. He likes knowing that when the weekend is over, his life begins entirely to him again. So, Dirty Diana and Dante, what do you think? Have I found an unconventional arrangement that works for me? Or have I created the perfect hiding place for the one thing I'm terrified to face? And if I really want a relationship someday, how do I stop running from commitment long enough to give somebody a chance? Because maybe the biggest thing I'm paying for every weekend isn't companionship. Maybe I'm paying for the guarantee that nobody can ever get close enough to break my heart. Signed, no strings, except the ones in my head.
I'm going to speak on a couple of points on this one. For one, it sounds like he's dealing with a massive case of fear of commitment, which a lot of people deal with that. And usually it takes the right person to get you past that. Secondly, the cost factor he talks about. There is a saying that a lot of men nowadays are actually starting to live by, it's cheaper to pay for it than to keep it because of the divorce rates and things like that now that's going on. It's a constant flow of money where men are getting put into situations a lot of times where they're completely devastated financially. So his arrangement may end up being a good thing for him with the factor that he has the fear of commitment. He's worried about, making a commitment for life and things of that nature. This could be a route. Yes, it's expensive, but if he ends up going through divorce after divorce after divorce because of his fears and things of that nature, it could be cheaper for him in the long run.
Very true. And when he talks about whether if he's doing something that's legal, I mean, I think it depends on where this guy's from. I mean, if he's in Nevada, state of Nevada, prostitution considered is legal there.
Well, it also depends on what they're doing.
True.
He says they're spending time together. He doesn't make the statement that they're having sexual intercourse.
True.
So if there's no sexual intercourse in that, he's not technically paying a prostitute.
True. But then again, we don't know the whole story behind it, because then, like he just said, is he basically paying for prostitution? So maybe there might have been a couple of times that he might have paid for that, but like I said, I guess it depends on. But
it also depends too. Is he just paying for time and it ended up leading to sexual interaction, or did he actually pay for the sexual interaction? Because that is a technical factor there.
Right. Did he pay for escort services, or did he actually pay for the prostitution services? Or maybe he got one that had a little bit of both.
Exactly. So there's a lot of technical factors there that's not given.
Right, exactly. I'm sorry, but I just saw what the Night Moon just said.
Mr. Ed.
Oh my goodness. It's his girlfriend's name. Oh, they're going back to that horsepower.
I can definitely say Confession 3 caught the attention for the night.
Yes, especially if they're going to get me laughing hard again. I barely was able to compose myself. They're even stuck to the last story.
Calm. Compose yourself.
I can't. That's one little talent I have, I guess, is that I sound like I'm having sex, but I'm actually laughing.
Well, think about it like this, okay? Don't think about horsepower.
Yeah, let's not think about horsepower. Oh, well, let's get to our last song. I know we're all dying to hear it. And we'll see if we get to horsing around more after this. So let's hear it.
Okay.
Friday night, I know the drill. Same hotel, same windowsill. Your perfume hanging in the room. A borrowed light from 8 till 2. You know the way I take my drink. You know when not to make me think. Yeah. You touch my hand, I let you in. Just far enough beneath my skin. There's comfort in the knowing exactly where this ends. No promises to break here. No lovers turn to friends. I'm paying for love No heart left shaking in somebody's hands. I get all of the warmth without the fall. I can have something without giving my all. And I tell myself there's nothing wrong with this. I'm just paying for love without the risk. One night became every weekend, then winter came and went again. Nearly a year of rented time, your body close, your life not mine. I know your laugh, you know my scars. We've talked till morning in parked cars. And sometimes when you say my name, I almost wish you meant to stay. But wanting turns to needing, and needing scares me still. So I keep the lines between us and pay another bill. I'm paying for love without the risk. For somebody to hold, somebody to kiss. No wondering if you leave when you see the worst in me. No waking up to find an empty side of the sheets. I get all of the warmth without the fall. I can have something without giving my all. And I tell myself there's nothing wrong with this. I'm just paying for love without the risk. But what if I'm not buying pleasure? What if I'm buying control? What if every dollar spent is another lock upon the door? What if I could love somebody who could choose me in return? Would I know how to surrender? Would I stay long enough to learn? Because you can't reject me if I never ask you to stay. You can't break my heart when goodbye is already paid. And maybe that's the part I don't want to admit. It isn't love I'm paying for. It's the absence of the risk. I've been paying for love without the risk. For a beautiful version of what I miss. Someone close enough to touch, but never close enough to lose. A little imitation of the life I'm scared to choose. And part of me still wants it just like this. No promises, no future, no terrifying us. But another part is wondering what I've already missed while I was paying for love. Without the risk. Maybe love was never safe. Maybe that was always it. You don't get to keep the feeling and somehow skip the risk. So when Friday comes around again, I don't know what I'll choose. The woman I can pay to stay, or someone I could lose.
What a great ending to our show with an awesome blues song. I think this is the first blues song we've had on our show, and that was awesome. I'm sitting here grooving, listening to it, and watching all the horsies on the screen.
Yes, likewise. A very great song. I really enjoyed it, but I need to put a warning out there. For any of the male partners of the individual females in the comments here that are throwing all these horsies around, be aware, protect yourself, because I think they're getting a little high on the horse there.
Oh my God, yes, they are. Women power, you know how we are. We got a lot of horsepower. behind us.
We now know what all of them are hiding in their closets.
Yeah, very strong ones. Long lasting. Just like the Energizer Bunny, but they're energizing horsepower horsies. Oh, oh, and look at that one. You only need 4 inches to be hung like a horse. Oh my God.
That's actually the scientific factor of the weight ratio.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter the size. It is just how you use it, with a lot of horsepower behind it.
Just keep pumping.
Keep pumping. Oh, lovies. Well, this has been an exciting and very spicy episode of Midnight Confessions.
Oh, definitely. And
I
if any
can't
of
wait
you,
to see what happens next week.
and if any of you chimed in late, please go back and review the show on the YouTube page. You definitely need to hear Confession 3. You'll
Yeah.
understand all the jokes.
With a little bit of getting the laughter out of me that I didn't expect to come on the show, and it exploded.
Did you get a French kiss afterwards?
Oh, I wish. Dante, where the fuck are you? Oh, damn it.
I'm not saying anyone couldn't have playtime. I'm just saying fair warning.
Oh God, Diane, cool down. Oh, whew. Oh, was it good for me? As it was for
Composure,
you?
Diana, composure.
It's so hard. Okay, well, well, I'm gonna have to probably take a nice cold shower after this, and I look forward to more horsepower from the ladies. And yeah, you set me off really good. Ooh. Okay, take a breather. I don't even have a guy here for this excitement. Damn it. Right? Did it censor me? Well, I can't censor something that naturally happens. Oh.
Diana,
Yes.
can't you wait until after the show to get the horse out?
I know, I can't resist. It just comes out. Ooh. Oh, yes, I will try to breathe deep, very deep. But I don't know if I can leave the horse in the stable. It may come out. Oh boy. Well, guys, it has been a pleasure. It's been very fun. But we have to end the show.
I would definitely say I think this is the most laughter we've had on the show yet.
Oh God, yes. With a little bit of a spiciness and a little bit of moaning going on, not intentionally, but it just came out. No pun intended. All right, darlings, and so definitely, Dante. Let's you got the table. You go ahead and do what you normally do.
Very well. I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight to our show. This has been Midnight Confessions with Dirty Diana and Dante Vale, presented on the Swain Family Records Network. If you are interested in becoming a member. It's very easy to find on Facebook. You can look it up at Swain Family Records Competitive Arena. There's a few questions you have to answer to get in the door to make sure you're not a robot or something of that nature. And it's free. You can get in, get to know the artist that's there, be a fan or an artist yourself. And, you know, if you are, you become part of the family, we may have a confession one day that you could put a song to. But for now, we're going to sign out and we'll see you next week.
Yes, and like I said, Storm said she came late, but I still came. I bet I probably did too. But that's a little secret.
From what I've heard, you've been coming for a while.
I have been coming for quite some time. But until next time, darlings, my lovies, we will catch you next Saturday at 10 p.m. And we'll see if we got some horsepower going on that night. Bye, you guys.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Some secrets were never meant to stay hidden. Good evening, beautiful people. I'm Dirty Diana. And tonight, welcome to Midnight Confessions. The place where your untold stories finally get a voice. Have a secret you've never told anyone? A first kiss you still remember? A crush you never confessed to? A wild night you'll never forget? A heartbreak you're still carrying? Or maybe there's something you've been holding inside for years, something you need to get off your chest. Here, you can tell your story anonymously. No judgment, no pressure, just real people, real emotions, real stories. Because every confession has a soundtrack, and every story deserves to be heard. We're also looking for Swain Family Records artists, songwriters, and creators who want to help transform these real-life confessions into original songs. So if you've got a story, or if you've got the talent to bring those stories to life, this is your moment. Tonight at 10 p.m. Turn the lights down low, get comfortable, and prepare to confess. I'm Dirty Diana. And this is Midnight Confessions, only on Swain Family Records.